Okay, we're back with the Damone Jackson Outcome. And I just wanted to ask you guys about I know you got a couple records out, a new CD, we'll talk about that in a moment. But let's just talk about the writing process. How do you guys come together? How does a song develop here in the Outcome?
Pretty much it happens on stage, because that was how we set it up. That's why it's called The Outcome, named after him, because what we do, it really takes somebody on the drums that's more than just playing drums. It's more of like just a complete fearless improviser, and that's what he is. He just happens to be behind the drums, but he plays a lot of expressions that don't necessarily have to do with drums. They're kind of more like the emotions of what happens in music instead. So we kind of follow each other in the moment real quickly, and then we sort of try to remember the things that stuck at the gigs, and we'll mess around with them again at the next gig. And before you know it, we're kind of prepared with a rough outline to go to the studio and capture one performance of that sort of outline,
Sure.
So that's why everybody gets an equal writing credit on everything, because what you hear is the four voices.
Yeah, the cumulative
Yeah.
total of
I mean, I could say I wrote this or he wrote that or whatever, but really the sound you're hearing is all four people participating in real time.
Right.
That's the sound that you hear, and that's why everybody is part of the process of writing and arranging the music.
I got to jump on something you said there, because as a drummer, this man is fearless, and it reminds. I don't know if you're familiar with a guy named Nate Smith.
Oh, of course,
But
of course.
Nate, to me, he's fearless in a way, and he's
a fearless flyer. Yeah.
Fearless flyer, and he was fearless, and you're playing is Nate Smith-ish.
Oh man,
it's
thank you.
really,
That's a huge honor.
I know
It's one of
that.
my
Man.
favorites.
I've seen you play, and it's walking a tightrope. So you're absolutely right on with that. With those
But
comments.
if you just have like a drummer that plays the drums,
Yeah.
and that's all they're really doing is keeping time and so forth, this music can't really happen
Right.
because it wouldn't be the same energy.
Sure. So
Yeah.
how long of a process was it to put out this latest release right here?
We have to
It's
do these
unstable,
quickly.
right?
It's
The name is
unfortunate. We have to do these quickly because we don't have a real budget. Like, we don't have a record deal, we don't have a backer, and we don't really want those things, or at least I don't, because I don't want anybody else to own the masters or the publishing to the music. I've been through that before.
Sure.
And I'm not doing that again. So we have a very limited period of time. We have to go in prepared. And in a lot of cases, I don't think we get to experiment the way we might like to with the sounds and the performances and so forth. But, it's for the amount of time and money we were able to spend. We're all very proud of what we did.
Yeah,
We
it's a
all
pretty damn
agreed
good record.
that we could put it out. So
And I think you would agree. I think one of the things that George really set forth actually on this project, and you too, Damone, was very adamant about not only do we want every guy in on the full process, not just the recording process, but when we're done recording and actually recording stuff, we want your blessing on your part. We don't want anybody, none of us wanted any one of us to be unhappy even with a little thing and being like,
Right.
hey, what was that?
Right.
Oh, that's going to drive me crazy later on. Yeah, but we got to move on. No, I think we made sure that we all even checked ourselves on that stuff, because I know there was times when George was in experimenting and we were like, no, George, that one was cool. And he was like, no, I can go further. And the same thing like with percussion stuff and Jack and even myself, just
Cheer people
experiment with
on,
different.
and
Yeah.
I hate to cut them off, but
No,
I never been in a band situation in the studio where I've been cheered on or I've cheered on another player, because you don't want to screw their focus up, but you also don't want to intimidate them either or make them feel down. But it's like we all felt comfortable telling each other, hey, like, if you don't do that, but try this and see what happens.
Right.
And it would turn out better.
it would
Then
turn
what?
into something.
Yeah.
Well, you trust each other.
And that
Yeah.
would, and that is
Trust
so
each other's opinions.
Yeah,
And
that's
creativity
yeah.
to.
Right.
And there
and
was
it-
no arguing,
and-
there was no ego behind it. It was just like, okay,
I think best like what you're saying. It was like us pushing each other creativity
Yeah.
wise. Yes. Where like a lot of times guys can get in studios and take offense sometimes when you're like, hey, that line's cool, but I don't dig it. It's not, we don't want that on this.
That's when you find out when a band is gonna break
Right?
up.
You know?
When you go to the studio with some guys,
You know.
and the people that really don't like each other, it really shows up in the studio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we found out that we actually really respect each other and we enjoy playing together. So we didn't have those
And
kind
it-
of issues.
Never.
It made us explore to another level.
So you're
Yeah.
beyond the honeymoon
I-
process right now.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
You're-
But we
you know,
actually love playing together though, because everybody has the same vibe towards each other.
It shows. It
Yeah,
shows
we
on
really have a
stage.
ball.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that tonight. You talked about the emotion and music earlier, and that's what I'm looking forward to hearing this evening. Where can we get these two works of art here that you put out?
You can get both albums at the Record Baron, which is
And Ken Moore at 3048 Delaware Avenue.
boom.
There you go.
Or you could get the first album is available at Revolver Records. There's 3 stores for Revolver
Right.
in the Buffalo area. But all of that stuff is available on Discogs, which all the people that know vinyl know about Discogs.
Okay. Can they
They're all,
contact you, or do you have a website at all where they can purchase
Not
your
yet.
product? Okay.
No, not
yeah,
yet.
That's in the works. Though.
All right.
We're still in the baby stages when it comes to like production and advertisement and stuff.
Right.
Stuff's hard when you're doing it by yourself, but that is coming. So be on
And the
lookout for
vinyl's
that.
coming for the new record, end of July, early August. It's 180 gram vinyl coming. It sounds amazing. The
Yeah.
test pressing is amazing. Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I'm going to wrap up the interview. Pick yourselves up a copy. Do yourselves a favor. Get to see these guys out, the top cats in Western New York here. But I wanted to ask Damone this. What's with Indianapolis, man? What's with come on?
Oh well,
Nah.
you live with my team. I live with my team, and I die with them.
Yeah.
We might. No,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say we might. We are going to the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see Buffalo twice. We may
You
have to
just
see
wanted to
Buffalo to
find
get
the only
through there.
source of band contention.
And
you
you
found
know
it
what?
right there.
And when we come back, we're going to talk about George at Rick James's house. All right. All right. Thanks very much.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, man.